Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly reporting tonight from Washington. In the Miller Time segment, a special edition, as you know. The D-Man's regular slot is Wednesday, but so many of you have written to us asking for a compilation of Miller's escapades that we said, okay. Here now, the best of Miller, 2009.
Chris Allen!
Do you care about that AT&T slipped up a little bit and more people voted for one guy than the other guy? Do you care at all? I don't care.
Do I care?
Yeah.
Listen, obviously there are bigger things that happened in the world. In Pyongyang yesterday, we got this demented little Chia head guy stepped up from the Daisy air rifle to the big Portobello. So I'm not saying this is the biggest ticket in my life. Maybe we ought to turn it over to that up in the House of Representatives. Give it to old Ratatouille Waxman, who seems to be der Commissar of the inconsequential. Let him hold hearings into this.
I think you know what we can do to disarm North Korea? We can give this Kim Jong-il a reality show.
Have a little bit and go.
I think that would work, do you know?
Billy, that's brilliant. We can also get them when they're marching. You know, they got that weird rocket march where they lift the leg up in the air. We perfect some GPS groin laser from space, fire a beam down, sever the groin down on the plant leg, get it flapping around like a broken window shade. Bam, we're in on them. And you know their dogs are going to join in because they've been on the menu for so long, they're looking to get up and out.
We in that meeting, in the briefing that I received, we were not told that in fact, we were told that waterboarding was not being used.
I don't believe President Obama likes her, Nancy Pelosi. I'm just getting that vibe. On the Leon Panetta thing, you know Leon Panetta would not have issued that release to the CIA without telling Obama.
Twitchy woman. Pelosi's a train wreck. There's blood in the water on her, and I hope they bring in Cousteau's kid to document it because this is going to be a beautiful demise. If you thought those eyes twitched in the past, watch her over the next couple weeks. She's going to look like a hummingbird during time travel.
As you said, she's not getting out of there. But if she makes one more mistake like that, boom, they'll drag her out of there.
She's not going to make a mistake. She's a gaffe a second, and I don't even know if he dislikes her. I do know he's embarrassed by her. This guy's ready to stroll into history for all time, and he's got this shrieking Harridan magpie next to him, and all she does is besmirch his brand.
Pirates. I heard your show the other day. You were arguing with some of your callers about the pirates. What was that?
Yo ho ho, it's the end of life for me. Listen, I just think Barack Obama showed a humanistic side here when he shot them simultaneously. You know, he's all about spreading the wealth. And if you shoot them in some descending order, the last two pirates are standing there. Hey, wait a second, wasn't I good enough to get shot first? So I like the fact that they blew them all away simultaneously. I thought it was Barack showing his human side. But it just cracks me up how we're throwing the word pirate around now, and they won't say terrorist. I'm watching Gibbs's daily press conference. He's got an eye patch, a parrot on his shoulder. He's screaming, Somali want a cracker, and yet they won't call terrorists terrorists. Listen, something had to give. I'm glad it was their skulls.
Now, you live in a very, very troubled state, a beautiful state, but you're now paying the highest sales tax in the country, California. Every time you turn around, you got another tax being levied on you. The state may go bankrupt because of the entitlements, the pensions, the disabilities, the health care, and on and on. Is that unfair to you, Dennis Miller?
It's unfair up to the point that I stay here. You know, I've discussed this. I have a contingency plan. There's a part I won't go beyond, and it's not about greed. It's about some crazy thing in my head that I'd like to keep a buck for every buck I give away to strangers. It gets much beyond that, and I'm going to split the state. And I think, you know, I've heard Trump's going to split New York. And, you know, I just think it's getting to that point now where you got to, listen, I love to help the helpless. I don't care about the clueless. We're helping too many of the clueless nowadays. That's starting to bug me. And, you know, you don't even get any credit for it. Now we've got Janet Napolitano coming on talking about the right-wing conspiracy. For God's sakes, hey, Janet, if you're going to hover over me like this, at least ditch that Frank Luntz haircut, okay? Because I needed something a little more together.
Okay. I'm just trying to, I'm picturing Frank and Napolitano, and it's just not working for me.
I love it when you lose control.
White House says President Obama did not bow before the King of Saudi Arabia. He was just reaching down to shake his hand. So what say you, Miller?
As far as that gesture goes, I don't know what you want to call it, but you might go back to the previous Democratic administration with Bill Clinton, because I'm pretty sure he had an accurate phrase for that gesture that just happened there. Listen, I like Gates. I like the way we're handling Iraq, which is staying in like Bush would. I like him going to the mat in Afghanistan. But we got to quit apologizing to every B-lister in a leopard skin fez and a doorman's outfit from the Plaza Hotel. America is a great country, and we need not constantly chide ourselves. They're the ones who whip themselves on the back, not us.
Okay, now the White House says it wasn't a bow, and you're saying what?
I don't want to get into that what is.
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Yes. The guy came up to a guy dressed up like Sergeant Bilko in a sketch and bent over down to his hips. Whatever you want to call that, it looks weird.
Nothing. You're not on the ball at all.
If he's going to bow for this misogynistic pig, why doesn't he bow for the Queen, for God's sakes?
Hello.
That was producer Rob Monaco assisting Mr. Miller with the graphics.